Hello! Welcome to another episode of Minecraft Creations with Spree. If you didn't know me. And today I managed to fix two major problems with the creations beforehand. So, if you're watching this is two big fixes that I managed to make in order to improve what I was doing. So, what we have here behind us is a recreation of the generator for the redstone power plant. And as you know before, I complained about how I couldn't get the pulse to be a constant charge. Now, I can get it if you're still confused over what I'm talking about. But basically, I'll say this is a pulse. This is a pulse. See how it goes on and off, on and off. I wanted to do what this is doing. Off all the time when it's pulsing, and when it's not pulsing, I want it to be on. So this is the fix, and I can't believe that I was really close to it. I felt so dumb when I started mucking around with this again, and I finally fixed the dang thing. But yeah, this is how you do it. All you need is one redstone repeater here to stop the charge from coming on the other side. Otherwise you get an infinite loop. And this one has to be at full tick. For some reason, whenever you put a redstone repeater on full tick, it doesn't register, the pulse doesn't go through it, it just stays on. And that's how you get this to work. And I'll show you how I set this all up. So yeah, I put in the whole AND gate thing, and that's the appropriate name actually, AND gate. But I think you should be able to make up your own words for what it is. Honestly, I like the way I call things, so I'm just gonna call it a chipset because it makes sense. Because maybe I'll call it Microsoft Security Essentials because it's designed to lock out redstone secrets, like redstone signals you don't want. Uh, so once again, looking at the glorious redstone circuitry of this thing. And yeah, yet again, I've got this whole setup, but I decided to move it back. So just in case I needed a bit more room for for redstone expansion. And then it goes through here, and then it has that little thing I showed you with the one redstone repeater at full tick and one without it, just to stop the charge from doing a loop. And then it goes down to the power lines. Now, just to show you this actually works, see now these are on, but that's only because these are actually pulsing. And actually, I don't think I need that up here because it's not pulsing that much. So as you can see, it's pretty dismal at the moment. I don't know if I really need it because look, the torch is barely going off. Maybe this system is a bit broken, but I'll have a look into it later on. Something about the fact that the torches aren't going all off at one point concerns me. It makes me think I've done something wrong. But anyway, this goes through, and now these are off. And now I've punched it, now these are on. So that's basically how it works. I still think it's a little broken, but we're a huge step closer to getting this fully functional. I would have liked to make it more complex, particularly with the end, but comparators are still, like the new redstone snapshot is still not able to update to. I have no idea why. I would love to muck around with comparators and make it so I would like to make it that you have to have a certain amount of towers on for it to for the end power lines to be on. That's the way I want it. And that seems realistic. And I want to try and make it so that it's a bit ambitious. I want to make it so that you can custom set the amount of output it shuts off at. So if you have like 5 towers running, if you're running less than 5 towers, it'll shut off. Or if you want 2 towers running, that's the way it works. But that is ambitious because the only way I can think about having to do that, how to do that, is that I would have to literally uh, set up a small redstone circuit next to the house which does that. Ah, it's a nightmare of redstone proportions, and I would like to test it, but I kind of want to have people in the moment to give me feedback and help on this because it is that ambitious and that crazy. But if I, the thinking is that the way the comparators work, let me just wonder and talk and pace, is that I'm still pretty vague, but the basis of it is that you can have 2 redstone lines going into it. Sort of like, let's imagine that this this block is the comparator, right? Now, I've talked about redstone signal strengths before, and with a comparator, the way it works is that you have to have redstone signals on 2 sides of it the same strength in order for it to have a redstone charge out here, out in this direction, or however you set it up. And I can use that to make it so if the house is using too much redstone power, it'll literally like start to it'll probably tell the power plant it needs more towers or something like that. I'll figure it out later on and off screen, but this I'm really excited over this new comparator. There's a lot of things you can do with it. I still haven't wrapped my head around the capabilities of this thing, but once I get it, I will abuse it and figure out what I can do with it. There's also hoppers, droppers, and I'll get to those when when I have them. But as for right now, this is what we're talking about, and this is a pretty simple fix. Beforehand, I had half slabs in a stream of water. This is a lot more effective, and what this is, if it'll stop FPS lagging, is this is the end of the stream here. This little kick up of water. That's the end of the water stream. So that's 8 blocks from there to there. and for some reason the water kicks up like that, and then you push it up into here, and you do this with two sets of signs like this. And the benefit of this is that unlike half slabs where they'd sit on the half slab and you'd have to pray that they get back into the water stream, they'd just sit like this and be like, what's going on? Now they don't do that. I'm going to take my hands off the keyboard. It's pushing me, and it's still pushing me. I did not touch the keyboard. And just to show you that I wasn't, here's get down. Here's pushing the keyboard. You can notice the animation with the hand is a lot more like fluent or something. But that's what I have for you. Oh, it's quicker actually. See, moving, not moving, moving, not moving, moving, not moving. So the hand, like the hand on the right side of the screen, you can see here, it moves quicker when you walk. So that's a tip for you. If you really want proof that someone isn't hitting a key, just watch the hand animation. See, that's walking, that's still. So I'm not sure what else to talk about, but I'm very excited for the new snapshot. And when it comes out, I'm gonna use it like crazy. Thank you very much. See you later.